Do you? Because that's another thing. He's Indo-American. Maybe he's not going in for sati yet, but the Kama Sutra, sexual experimentation is a big part of Indian culture. And I feel like if you took a Kama Sutra yogi and told him that people in the 21st century are tying their wives to chairs and inviting over the guy's poker buddies, I feel like that wouldn't be. Here we go. Here's some Kama Sutra positions.
The praying mantis is my favorite.
I thought that was about a girl.
So what do you think about
the Kama Sutra?
No.
Well, you'd like to explain, Danny?
I don't. I'm not like an authority on the Kama Sutra. Is anybody?
I think it's just some of the oldest things about sexual exploration there are out there. I think it's pretty old.
But I'm sure there's a cultural and like religious origin to it that we don't know about. It's a text. So it's actually a text.
Ancient Indian text.
And it covers a range of topics related to pleasure, love, and desire. So the sexual positions is what gets all the attention these days. But it also includes sections on the art of living well, love and relationships, courtship, philosophy of love. So it's considered a holy text.
So it's holy text.
In the Hindu religion. The Indians don't get much credit for providing so many building blocks to our culture, but very, very important in a lot of ways. In a lot of mathematics, in writing, architecture, philosophy, literature. The Indians, I think it might be racial in nature, Subodh, but they don't get as much credit as, say, the Greeks and the Romans as far as establishing Western culture. They deserve, don't you think that's bullshit?
I don't know.
Do you think Indians gave a lot to our culture?
Do you think they gave a lot to our culture, Subodh?
Like different cultures.
Yeah, to the United States, I guess you could say, the melting pot that we live in. I think
the melting pot that I live in is the United States.
But don't you think like the Indians invented chess? Don't you think they should get more credit for inventing chess, Subodh?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks it's the filthy Russians that invented chess.
Okay.
On Twitter, I'll be honest, man, or X nowadays, but they really are mean to some Indian people sometimes. People are kind of racist out there.
I prefer to have an intercultural marriage or wedding.
Okay.
Do you want a black woman?
Actually, I prefer no, because I think it kind of hurts my feelings quickly. I prefer someone white.
It's okay, Subodh. That's
no. I prefer white women because it does not hurt my feelings.
Okay.
How does a black woman
So, Subodh, the question was, why does a black woman hurt your feelings, Subodh?
Yeah.
It is because they're
sassy.
They're kind of sassy and bossy.
Okay. Has a black woman said something mean to you in the past, Subodh?
Clearly.
Yes, about inviting them when they have too many lives going on.
Wow. Can you...
About life in college, after college, or when they have a working schedule and when they have kids.
Do they usually have kids, Subodh?
Yeah, everyone has kids.
So they've been like, shit, boy, I got no time for you. I got to get home with my baby.
Subodh, you better provide for me. Like, it was a sassy black woman that hurt your feelings.
Yeah, just like we don't want to bother them at the workplace or at the school.
Sure. No, well, that's very...
It's hard to approach a woman anywhere, but especially a black woman at a school or a place at work, that would be a hard place to go up to her.
Here's the thing. Black women, Subodh, tend to tell it how it is. So it can be a little intimidating. They can be also very, very loving and very open. So that's a big plus side.
Sorry, I changed my mind. I'll be open to that. Someone who is from France, and then one of them is from Africa.
Okay.
Wait. So you
they're kind of mixed together.
Oh, you want a Moroccan black woman?
They're French and
I
black.
know British black,
like an Algerian black woman who's like one of the colonies of France in the old times.
Or how about British?
What about a bitch from Martinique? How about a bitch from Martinique, dude?
I think so.
You'll take a bitch from Martinique.
I think I'll open to that. How about British in UK?
Well, they are very white. Some could say too white. They're also very obsessed with status, Subodh. And that strikes me as kind of the same thing you don't like, which is that a little too judgmental, a little too... Because an English woman will say something like, Subodh, you have a roommate at age 36? My father would never approve. And then you know what she'd be doing? She'd go up the hill into Bel Air, right up the street from Westwood, and she'd be trying to blow a record exec at Capitol.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I don't think you want an English woman.
You don't want an English woman. You don't want a woman who wants to blow a record exec at Capitol, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Oops, sorry.
No, that was good.
No,
good.
that was great.
That was
Subodh.
great.
I think we don't. None of us want that, dude. You know what I mean? But yeah, English women can be, and Zayn Malik's English too, and you'd have to compete with him because he's, I know he's Pakistani, but you guys are in the same kind of dating style. I would say you guys are in the same type.
Subodh, I really, and don't lash out at me for suggesting this. Subodh, I really like the idea of you going Indian and you finding one. Because here's the thing, Subodh, and I know you're like, fuck you, dude. I don't have to, I'm an American. I don't have to date just because they're my race. But here's the thing, Subodh. Anybody in a culture like the traditional Indian culture or Asians, it's like this too. There's a lot of Asian and Indian women who only are allowed to date Indian men.
Ooh, you'd have a lot more to choose from. And let's be honest, Indian women, including your sister here, are gorgeous.
So there's less competition, Subodh, because they're not looking for white guys. They're not looking for black guys. They're only looking for Indian men. So I think you could, as it were, jump your bracket. And I think you could get a hot Indian girl.
Yeah.
No, I prefer not that.
No, gee, why? What is it about the Indian women that you don't like?
It's because of their monogamous. You cannot break up. Because
The monogamy's getting to him, and he doesn't like that.
He wants to party, dude.
He
So-
famously said on the show several times he does not want it.
Doesn't
Wow,
want-
you famously on Love on the Spectrum said you did not want an Indian woman, huh?
Yeah,
So you don't want no monogamous bullshit.
no monogamous bullshit.
Yeah, wow.
For Indians.
Wow. For an Indian. Like, they're not good enough for you to be monogamous toward. You'll be monogamous with a white bitch, but not an Indian.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Dude.
Okay.
Hell yeah. He's telling it how it is, ladies. And if you can't handle that, swipe left on Subodh.
Dude. That's right.
So, Subodh, that's great.
I always swipe right a lot.
You do.
Subodh, what was your caste when you were Indian?
Merchant.
You were of the merchant caste.
Bania is the term. Can you say that?
Bania?
Bania?
Bania.
Banya.
Let me pull up the casts. I listened to an audio.
Merchant's up there, right? I mean, it's
Yeah, it's pretty good.
yeah, it's a good one.
People.
Business people, that's the way to go.
Business people.
Man, there's a lot of billionaires in India, right? I mean, there's a ton, and millionaires, really.
At least a few, yeah.
Okay, so we have four main Varnas, social classes. There are the Brahmins, the priestly class. They're associated with knowledge, teaching, religious duties. And then we have the Kshatriyas. Did I say that right? Kshatriyas. What's that? Kshatriyas. The K is silent. And they are the warrior class. Then we have the Vishyas.
How do you spell it?
Vaishyas. Traditionally merchant class. So that's you. And then the Shudras below that, the laboring class. And then finally the untouchables below that. So what if I said to you, Subodh, I was going to hook you up with an untouchable, Indian untouchable?
But you get two. You get two.
You get two untouchables.
Two untouchables, but they're Indian.
No.
No.
Well,
Three untouchables.
No.
So here's the thing, though.
4 untouchables.
No.
They're considered outside the Varna system, and they're subjected to discrimination and segregation. Let me see. What are some professions that are considered of untouchable class? I'm going to run some more of these by you, Subodh. I want to make sure you're not interested in any untouchable women.
Actually, I'm not interested in that. No.
Well, let's see here.
What about a white woman that was raised with untouchables?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So here are some jobs for an untouchable. If you could go to India right now, and I'm telling you, you could like scoop up 8 of these bitches in a net. Cleaning human waste from dry latrines or open defecation areas. So they clean the open defecation areas in India where people just shit on like a platform.
Oh my God. Okay, well.
What do you think about it? Would you want a woman who was a shit scavenger for a living?
No.
Stop it. You know what? I'm gonna put it to you. In like LA, there's women that do that too. They just clean for the city, and there's plenty of bums taking shits all over the roads here. And there's women that are probably white scooping up the shit there. So what's the difference?
Oh, I just like it when they have business.
Well,
Okay,
here's a
okay,
business for
okay,
you.
okay.
Number 4, a good job for an untouchable. They work the cremation grounds. They handle dead bodies and the burials, and they're tasked with, taking out the vital organs and sort of preparing somebody for an eternal slumber in a casket. They prepare the body, Subodh.
That's kind of cool. cremation.
Cremation? Yeah, or sati, hopefully. Maybe they prepare him for sati.
How do you feel about them?
Are you okay with any job if they're not Indian?
Yeah.
Are you okay with that if they have any kind of job?
What?
As
What?
long as they're not Indian, are you okay with any
I mean,
job?
for
Yes.
example, so if you found a white woman, and her job is to scoop up shit for a living, but she's white, you'll give her a chance?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, it makes sense.
I thought that was about dying early.
No. Subodh, you're just... So what about, would you recruit an untouchable woman for a role like being your throat goat? You know what a throat goat is?
No.
Subodh, I mean, you want me to explain? I can explain if you want.
Leo, would you get sucked by an untouchable throat goat?
Absolutely. I would love that. No, it's just a woman who's really good at giving oral sex to a man, blowjob, aka blowjob. If the untouchable was really good, world-renowned throat goat, would you give her a chance? Or maybe just one night?
No.
She
Wow.
she cleans shit by day and she sucks your dick by night.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good...
No.
Okay. All right, Subodh. So you know what you want.
What's your type, like celebrity type?
My celebrity type.
Or like a girl that you think is really beautiful?
My celebrity type is a girl who travels the world.
Okay.
Can you name a celebrity?
Yeah, name a celebrity that you think is sexy.
Oh. It's decisions.
Mm.
You really like Angelina Jolie, right?
Ooh, Angelina Jolie?
Oh, Angelina Jolie, yeah.
So
Okay.
Leo knows Angelina Jolie too. What do you? She's outside your window for dating now, Subodh. Though she's quite old,
Yes.
and she'd probably adopt an untouchable if you guys got married.
What's up? Would you want to sit in on
Or
it?
what if we just give her the mic so she's just audio only? Let's do that.
I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah. So Subodh, Angelina Jolie, she's like in her 50s now.
Yes.
Would you still have sex with her?
I think she has a husband already.
I don't think so. I think they're divorced, right?
Yeah, they're divorced.
They're
She's
getting
single.
divorced, yeah.
Try-
She's single.
Yes, I'll try it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll try it,
So-
but will you see yourself as inherently above her in the relationship because you're young and she's old?
Yes.
You would. That's so she is sort of an untouchable to you because she's probably can't even have a kid anymore.
Yeah, she can't have children. How do you feel about that?
I probably like children. I'm going to have about probably 3 or 4 kids.
Nice.
Okay, so Angelina Jolie's no good to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Would you date her, Angelina Jolie?
Yes.
You would?
Yeah.
Would you
Even
call
though she
her-
can't have kids?
Yeah.
Yes.
But would you
Okay.
call her like an old hag or something?
No.
You wouldn't. Whenever she started like bitching at you, like Subodh, I don't know why she's got an English accent. Like Subodh, you came in and you tracked in mud. You didn't take your shoes off. Would you just be making like caw, caw, like crow noises at her because she's an old crow?
I hate crows.
Mm.
Well, you wouldn't like Angelina then.
Sometimes I like crows when someone tickles me on the body.
What does that have to do with crows?
Did you get attacked by some crows that tickled you?
No. It was a lot of friends who just tickles.
Mm.
So, Subodh, right now we're going to talk about traditional Indian literature, and we're going to see if it can point you toward a mate.
Mm-hmm. Because what we are deep on the inside, often our ancestors, they can provide answers, my friend. It's true. Like my ancestors were very Italian and very, they were, I would call them Don Juan de Marcos. They were very Lotharios of romance. So I think it rubbed off on me a little bit. So maybe this is where we can find where your romance comes from.
So, the central themes of the Bhagavad Gita, Subodh, are righteous duty. Righteous duty. Reluctant to fight a war against his relatives is the main character, Arjuna. But Krishna teaches him that he must fulfill his dharma without attachment to the outcome. Everyone has a duty to perform in life according to their positions and abilities. Subodh, what do you think your position and your abilities are, and what do you think that says about your destiny?
Do you understand the question, Subodh?
I don't know.
Do you think God has a destiny laid out for you?
Just like when I remember in March, God is saying, God, please, we need to find a wife.
Mm.
Hmm. and she needs to be white.
Yeah, she needs to be white.
Adequate social. Yes, you can.
Does race matter to you as long as they're American?
Yes.
It sounds like it does quite a bit.
Can you be? I mean, is any other race other than white okay?
Why?
I'm just asking.
Oops.
No,
Is it okay?
No, it's so funny, dude.
I
No, it's
think-
okay. It's because you're being so honest. Like a lot of people say that the truth is funny, and that's what's happening right now. That's all it is. It's good.
What about Asian, Subodh? Do you not like Asian women?
Oh, I love East Asian women.
So, like
Okay.
Japanese women, you're all about.
All about.
So, Subodh and I have a lot in common.
Wow, you
Both-
both should go to Tokyo and have some fun.
So, it needs to be white or East Asian.
Yes.
Okay, that's.
Oh, I'll accept that.
It's
Oh, we call it
Barely.
It's
What-
called.
Okay, but what
it's-
about what about a Latina with a BBL, for example?
I don't think he
It's too rural. I don't like rural.
Rural?
Yeah, it's
Actually,
fucking-
it kind of
is.
smells bad in the Latino.
Oh
Yep.
my!
Yep.
Oh
Leo-
my God!
Leo-
Oh my God!
Leo is half Latino, and a lot of times I'm like, dude, did you not put on deodorant today?
That
do-
is not true.
They do have
That
an
is
odor.
not true. They do not have an odor.
Yes.
What Latina did you come into contact with?
Leo, there's a lot of them
I
come from
don't
a
know.
pastoral background where they're out on a farm.
That is ridiculous.
You know what? I think that's enough of this. Let's change the topic
Sure.
to something else.
Sure.
Oh,
Subodh
okay, I
is
get it.
he's making a wise PR decision. But Subodh, I want to say I'm right there with you. I love white girls and East Asian.
Mhm.
That's not to say I don't love all women. I will have sex, and I do. I will date for anything that comes my way. But I do got to say that Asian women have a special place in my heart. And as a guy who grew up in Sacramento, I met a lot of white women. So if you went through my sexual conquest, you'd see a lot of whites and Asians. That's all I'm saying. But you'd also see a lot of Latinas and blacks, and hopefully we can add them to your roster as well soon.